I should never give anybody props because now there's a design that was sent to me.
Oh, like your wife went on the internet and found some plants.
Oh yeah,
some building plants.
Moving the outdoor furniture to accommodate.
Oh my God!
And I was like, what?
She was trying to accommodate the extra space it would take for this.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you were listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again. Or possibly for the first time.
Well, not for the first time. We're doing a sort of a simulcast, which we don't usually do on the Chip and Cern Show. But I am currently watching the last few minutes tick off of the Bills-Steelers game over Cern's shoulder.
I have it on. I put it on for him. Because I can look at my corner and just take a look real quick.
Do you have like a mirror set up by your desk so you could like look in the mirror and see it refracted behind you?
When the baseball playoffs were on, I was like working and like it was like a I had him on. I would mute it if we had a call. And stuff, but I'd be like, like over to my shoulder. Yeah. You look at it. Oh, nothing. There's a noise over here.
I have always. I mean, you would. Sometimes at work, if like the World Cup is on, or the Olympics or something that's not an annual thing, people kind of have it on. And I've always tried to like do the thing like, oh yeah, I got it on my secondary monitor. I'm just looking at it on my other monitor. It always commands all my attention. Always. There's no
having my phone or playing on the side of my arm.
Or during the MLB playoffs, they love scheduling playoff games for like 12:15 on Wednesdays or something.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, come on.
But
this one is a special one. It was supposed to be on Saturday.
Yes.
The Bills and Steelers, but they had a heavy blizzard.
Yeah. What a weather in a big NFL playoff weekend this weekend.
Sadly, the Rams did drop to the Lions. 23-24, so they didn't get embarrassed like the Cowboys. The Packers. No way Mike McCarthy, the coach of the Cowboys, is weathering the storm.
No.
So Jerry Jones had said...
You don't think Jerry's happy with how it turned out?
I think they quoted him, John Boy quoted him, saying this is like unfathomable or I can't even... whatever Jerry Jones said, something of that nature. Now,
oh boy!
Before they even played, they're talking about giving Mike McCarthy an extension and whatnot, and he had said, "We'll see how the playoffs go."
Oh no!
And they tried to like backtrack, like, "Well, I don't want to." Yeah, I'm not saying that if he loses, I'm just saying like, I don't want to junk up his mind with extension talk stuff while he's But it was clear, effectively, he said, "We'll see how it goes."
Do you think he's dusting his resume, sprucing his resume up for new employment opportunities?
He was always kind of like he won a Super Bowl with the Packers, but he had, fucking Aaron Rodgers, prime Aaron Rodgers, is
not crazy Aaron Rodgers on the Jets with his fucking conspiracy theories and shit.
Beefing Jimmy Kimmel beefing Aaron Rodgers. He had Aaron Rodgers, diamond balls, underwing of Brett Favre.
Yeah.
They had some players back then, but then it kind of fell apart and he left or he got fired or whatever the fuck. I can't remember. I don't follow the Packers. But
fuck them.
Anyway, they parted ways at some point.
Yes. Professional differences. But it's not looking good for a renew on, and not that they just lost. I think everyone was expecting them. There was a lot of I don't want to say upsets, but against. Yeah, I guess it is an upset then.
Oh, that was the first time a number 7 seed had won. Now, how long has the number 7 seed been around?
Yeah,
that's another thing. But nonetheless, that's the. And not only did they win, you see the score, and it was like 45-32 or whatever it was.
But they gave them like 2 TDs in the
last. It was 45-16. Yeah. It was garbage time TDs, where it's just like we're just gonna keep everything in front and drain the clock.
Yeah. And then Joe Flacco couldn't get it done for the Browns.
No,
that was a
that surprised
big
me.
lopsided
I picked the Browns because I thought that defense was supposed to come out and back-to-back pick sixes doesn't always.
No, that's tough. That's one. It's tough on the scoreboard. It's also tough on the morale.
Yeah,
back-to-back pick six. That's
the first pick six. I was like, that's kind of like. Did you watch the game?
We were up in wine country, Cerny. So no TVs in the wine cave that we were in. We were in the cellar with all the barrels. There wasn't no TVs in there.
Old man cave. That's what I had.
Nice.
In the garage because the TVs were commandeered before I can get to them.
Of course.
Afternoon. Usually in football, if it's 10 a.m., usually I just claim my steak.
Just first to market.
But it wasn't on, so I was just kind of piddling around, and then it was like Lifetime was on or some fucking shit. So I was like, I'll just go to the garage and I'll work on something and have the TV on. So I turn it on, and
you should just like take your sander, turn it upside down, and just turn it on, and just like leave it upside down. It's just making noise. No one will come out in the garage.
I have the man cave up, the garage set up right now. You would die because I have a folding chair right in front of the TV.
Like an ice chest right there. That's hilarious. I think the big, the
heater. I have the heater right in front of it. So the heater to warm my feet.
What kind of heater?
It's like the old World War II space heaters. It almost looks like a fucking
the disc style at Costco. Those ones.
Yeah, almost looks like a radiator.
Yeah,
where it's like
okay, a radiator style.
Yeah,
I have seen some of these really fancy electric outdoor ones that like Home Depot and Lowe's have. I think they're $150. I've thought about it because when you're in the garage and if you're just like sitting there, which is where all my podcasting happens, it's just you're fucking cold. You're just out here.
So I'll give props to someone who never listens to the podcast, but Joe, he has this like a garage heater. It like blows hot air. It's like I was over at his house in December for
his sink.
His wife had a cookie party.
Oh,
like a cookie. I don't know.
I did it all for the cookie. Cookie.
So the girls were making cookies and having cocktails, and Joe and I were put in charge of watching the kids.
Oh, right.
And Joe had a bounce house in his garage. But he had the heater going in there. It was like room temp. It felt comfortable.
There seems to be a play going on, Cerny. The contrast, if you could adjust your contrast, it's not coming through great on Zoom. It's not coming through great.
I had to turn around and look.
Yeah. Something happened, but the big, that
personal foul.
Oh, personal foul. Okay. There was two big weather news this week. Was the Chiefs Dolphins game?
Oh man!
It was at the start of the game. First of all, this game was just controversial from the start with the Peacock streaming exclusive, which I have seen the headlines. Fans are outraged.
Cern was outraged too.
Okay.
He already pays Hulu Live for NBC. So NBC owns Peacock.
Okay.
So, and then they tried it only on Peacock. So Cern took a hard stance. It was not going to subscribe. I didn't subscribe.
Now, could you like log in through the Peacock app with your Hulu provider and get access, or no? You had to subscribe $5.99 for Peacock or whatever. Okay.
Yep.
Damn.
So I did. I said, no way. There's no way. And there was like some angst in Cern's department previous because I thought, like, what if the Rams are on it?
Yeah. Then,
but my dad said, I already
someone just
subscribed.
scored. Bill's TD. You heard it here first. Bill's TD.
Oh, yeah. So,
game
TD.
over. Good game. Good game. Good game, Steelers.
The snowballs they make me laugh.
They're just
I couldn't stop laughing at every time Pittsburgh tried to score, like they would throw a pass in the end zone. Yeah. The fucking snowballs would like flying from the stands. Like, yeah, that's great.
I mean, there was like 2 feet of snow in the stands that people had to like wade through.
Oh yeah, and they bring your own shovel kind of shit, and they shovel your own seed out. I can see like the snowballs flying in. I was talking to Papa Simon before this.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can see that, like Chip and Cern were going to, like, let's say we were Bills fans.
Yeah,
I'm throwing a fucking snowball. There's no doubt. I'm throwing at least 10 snowballs.
The evidence, there's very little. The circumstantial evidence for everyone to be guilty of that is too high. Like, I figure it's like one of those things. Like, if everyone's looting, if everyone has loot, you're not going to.
All-Star Weekend, I threw candy bars on the field when they were doing the Baby Ruth thing.
Oh, I didn't. Remember
Someone hit me with a candy bar.
Just
like people were throwing candy bars because they were doing like this whole promotional for Baby Ruth, and I got hit in the chest with a candy bar, which then I had to reciprocate.
Yeah, and throw it somewhere else.
Throw it somewhere. I don't know where. I don't even know who it was. Someone else. Could have been an innocent party. I don't know, but someone got smoked with a candy bar, and then it was just game on.
A fun size though. It's not a full size. Full size.
No, it was a fun size. It was just like a
Halloween one. Okay.
Some girl behind me tried to like throw it onto the field and smoked me in the back of the head.
Oh, ouch.
And I was like, what the hell? And she's like, that was the worst throw. I was like, no argument here.
Yeah. I'm one row ahead of you, lady. I don't even know how this... You're like, how did this even... What was the...
I pass blocked you.
Yeah, what was the fucking geometry on this throw? I can't even recreate it.
I got hit square in the back of the head. I was like, what the hell? I turned around and she's like, I'm sorry, that was the worst.
That was horrible.
No argument.
So you were saying no Peacock. No Peacock for you.
No. So I had Peacock at one time because I wanted to watch Cocaine Bear. I don't know if you remember the movie.
Yep.
So I did sign up for that. But then it was like a month after that, I was like, are we even watching this?
Nope. Sure, shut it off.
And I did a poll. I'm like, no. I was like, okay, well then I'll just shut it off. And then it was like, the playoffs came, and I was like, I don't really want to. So my fear is, and I've seen it before, and I had expressed this fear before I saw it, but it was like, this is setting a dangerous precedent because then it's like any game could be, whoever Paramount Plus or whoever the fuck can pay Roger Goodell 100.
It's just going to become a business. Here's what needs to happen. If it cost him what it cost him, 150 million for
110 million. Yeah.
If they made 60 million from this, it's not going to happen again. They're not going to lose that much money. There's some equation, and if it falls below of their of like whatever that equation they have set up, then it's not going to happen. But here's the problem: if they make 175 million off of watch out. Now Amazon's going to do it. Apple TV Plus is going to do it. It's going to start happening, and then
I just signed up for Apple TV Plus a little bit ago because Jeffrey wanted to watch the Godzilla show.
Okay,
which is horrible.
Wait, I thought there was a Godzilla Japanese movie.
Oh, that's
but that one's good though.
There's a show, Monarch or some shit like that.
Okay.
It got 2 thumbs down from Jeffrey. Like, we're like,
wow,
6 episodes in.
And he's a Godzilla stan. So it's really saying something.
Yes, because you're 6 episodes in, and I don't think we've even seen Godzilla once. Maybe like within like 10 seconds. Yeah, it's fucking...
You got fleeced, dude. They fleeced you with the name of Godzilla.
I said, Jeffrey, you want to keep watching? He said, no.
Wow.
Cancel.
Did you even get through your 7-day trial? Or you just canceled before the trial was up?
I did a 7-day trial, and then it was like I did the one extra month. Where it was like, let's see, because it was like 2 episodes in. I was like, all right, let's see if we, there was a glimpse of a monster. All right, let's see if we're gonna, he's all in for the monsters. You
got
if
one.
You're watching Godzilla, I mean, what the fuck? You're asking for, you want to see some action.
Yeah.
And then it really wasn't. It was more about the storyline of these 2 kids that, once. The son's in Japan and the daughter's in America, and like the dad had 2 families, and they try to like find their dad, but that's kind of where they're focusing like 90.
But Godzilla actually is alive in this like world.
Yeah, he's there. We saw him briefly,
like a shadow against a building or something.
Yeah, like you see him swimming in the fucking water and shit. It's like, okay, well,
wow. So
Robin did enjoy it. Now I will say Robin enjoyed because she watched the morning show with Jennifer.
Ted Lasso's on Apple Plus too. That's, I will say, Ted Lasso high marks.
Yeah, I didn't watch that. Maybe I'll watch that.
Okay.
Well, it ends in February, so
okay, you gotta, yeah. Nice.
Maybe I'll binge it.
There's also you need to hit up my wife because she's watching. There's some Gary Oldman show on there that's pretty good as well.
Okay.
I mean, you respect Gary Oldman, that guy.
Oh yeah, he's been a long time.
Yeah,
he's an actor.
Okay, so no Peacock, and then I think at the start of the game it was -10, -20 or something.
Something, yeah, I think it was like negative. Yeah, roughly in between that. Yeah,
and the Dolphins, being from Miami, I don't think anybody was particularly.
I already saw people clowning the Dolphins because they were like practicing for the playoff game, but at home, where it's like 70,
t-shirts and cutoffs, cutoff t-shirts and shorts.
Like, oh, I mean, every other coach I know that if you know it's going to be that, you might want to fly your guys out there early and just practice in the cold,
or at least like turn the AC on in the place. I mean, the ground looked like it was concrete. I mean, it just looked insanely.
I couldn't imagine taking a hit. I mean, I was just talking to my dad about this. Us from being in California, where we go, we get called. I get called a weather puss all the time.
It's
I will co-sign.
It's fair,
okay,
that's
fine.
I mean,
that's fair. If it's 40 degrees, I'm like, it's a little cold for me.
I was trying to think. I was like, I think the coldest that I've ever been in was like mid-20s.
Yeah, in Tahoe.
Exactly. It was a cabin in Tahoe area. And then to think it's like 40 degrees colder than that.
So I saw this one like reel that was like, it was just like, what's a phrase that you can tell someone's from, out the gate, and this person's like from Minnesota. Was like, if you say the snow like it's a place and not a thing, then you're from California. And I was like,
so true.
Fuck, I do say I'm gonna go to the
I do
snow.
too. I do too. I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna head up to the snow.
Yeah.
No, just that it's all around us. We have to go somewhere. We have to seek it out.
And they said like, yeah, that's all right. That's fair.
Now we know your brother. He's borderline. He should be admitted delusional.
Yes.
Like he's borderline psychiatric ward. How was he feeling before? Like I don't care. If I was going for the Taylor Swift Chiefs, but I don't have any skin in the game really. But just looking at it on the facts, it wasn't looking too great for the Dolphins from the get.
No, and he wasn't. Besides his the front that he puts.
Yeah. Oh, it's the front.
Yeah, the front he was putting. It was all Dolphins, but out of the front, he wasn't feeling too good. He wasn't.
He had doubts. He had doubts.
Yeah, they were missing they were missing their top edge rusher.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you were on the text messages where. And this was earlier in the year. He blew his Achilles, and you could see it live. It was like,
oh, I hate that shit.
It was like you could see, like it was just like he was just standing there, and he went to go to start, and he had the weird like reverberation in his calf, and it was just like,
you could see it like one of those old like lampshades or window shades where you go, and it like rolls up.
Yeah, it was gross. And then the last game they were playing, or maybe it was against the Ravens. Their top linebacker, not Nick Chubb, Bradley Chubb, tore his ACL. So they're missing top two defensive guys. Like, fuck.
And the last game of the season, the Ravens fucking spanked them. So not like you're going out on top. Like
the last game, they had to play the Bills for the championship.
Oh yes, my bad. But they played the Ravens before so the last 2 weeks, double beating lost. They got their ass kicked for their last two games.
Yes. So he wasn't feeling too good. Now it wasn't the cheats. It wasn't even didn't even it was just he wanted people fired.
Personnel changes.
He wanted like heads on a platter, basically.
And it wasn't even a close game. Fucking Mahomes, did you see his helmet getting like shattered?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's kind of. I mean, obviously, if it's -4, you're.
Yeah.
Those parts, the molecules are gonna be more brittle.
Yeah.
But
People's beers freezing over.
You know what? I was like, we've done this in San Francisco when it's like, 40 degrees.
Yeah.
And it's like, is a beer, maybe I'm going to go with the Irish coffee. That's what I would go with instead of a beer.
Yes. And I mean, especially when it's -10 and you're like, what's going to sound really good right now? An ice cold Busch Light.
Yeah, no.
No fucking thank you.
No. Yeah, I saw the beers. I was like, no, I probably wouldn't do that.
I'll hold off on that. I would have got for something a little bit warmer as well.
Yeah, I'd go with the Irish coffee.
It must have been really cold if you're freezing alcohol.
Oh, I mean, I think you sent me where the guy pulled the water out of the fridge and
it started getting frozen right there.
Frozen immediately.
Outside of the refrigerator.
Yeah, so the fridge is warmer than...
That's wild. Yeah, we... It's my wife's birthday, so we were doing a little wine country evening or stay or day and a half in Calistoga where the hot springs are. They have all these like mineral pools and hot springs and stuff.
Yeah.
So this one resort or whatever we went to in Calistoga had 3 pools, 85 degrees, 94 degrees, and 104 degrees. And they're all pumping in these like magnesium, like the natural stuff, mineral water. So that's where we were at. But so I didn't get to watch too much football, but we did watch a couple snaps. We watched a little bit of the game on Peacock. I think the bar had the restaurant had got it. Although there's this is everyone doing like a simulcast thing these days? Where they'll show like one play and then they'll cut to like the guys in the studio and have them talk for like 5 minutes. Is everyone doing that now?
Yeah, that's a big thing. Or they do like the weird thing for me right now is like we're gonna cut to our sponsor and it's like you see people like warming up or whatever it is and it's like a commercial but you still see the guys on the sideline. It's kind of weird.
They're just maximize their advertising opportunities is really what it is. But they'll do it like a half screen, but like one will be 2 or 3 times bigger, and then what the actual game is. But yeah, the kicker's like doing his fucking leg swings and shit. But they're showing you like a Big O Tires commercial, right? Yeah. Isn't that? Yeah. Okay, I've seen that same shit. But so we were doing that. The kids were having a great time in the 94 degree. It basically is like a kind of a cooler spa. Yeah, but it was too. I mean, we were in there. I was probably in there the first day, 2 hours straight.
Oh,
so I mean, I was absorbing all sorts of I was magnesiumed the fuck up. I don't know what it does for me, but like I felt it coursing through my veins. That and wine. That was like, and I was like, okay, so you're doling out alcohol here, like you're just giving it away. And then you have these really hot pools. I'm like, this sounds like danger zone. Dangerous. But we had a great time. Some great wine. We did. We brought the kids to the winery, which, wineries are not. If you're not drinking, I'll just say they're not. Let alone being a kid, it's not really that. There's not that much excitement for a kid.
It's not interesting. Yes.
Yeah. It's just it's like being in church. You're just like got to be kind of good. It's just no good. So we did the whole like here's the iPads, whatever, and it was fine. And it was raining, so there wasn't a lot of like other people around, so it ended up being fine. But they always have. I love when they have. They're like, oh, here's our breadsticks. They'll like bring over 3 breadsticks because you're supposed to have a bite, then a sip, and there's a little like some those almond, like a couple like 8 almonds and a little cheese. It's one of those type of places. Yeah. And my kid, they brought over some breadsticks that were supposed to be for like me and my wife with their thing. Just like, like, can we have more breadsticks? And the guy's like, yeah, here you go. He just kept bringing the breadsticks over. They must have had like half the box of breadsticks, but they had a good time. Which is all that matters. And the missus had a good birthday, so it's a win in my book.
So I can sympathize with your wife being a winter birthday.
Yeah.
It's always.
The weather's always a coin flip.
Yeah. It could be raining. It could be, quote unquote nice where it's like
55.
55 and overcast. Yeah. Yeah. So I get it. So it's always like an indoor birthday.
Yeah. It's always something like that. But the next day we went back to that same winery because her dad, and there was an engagement in the family as well. So we sort of converged these two work streams. One of Sheila's daughters got engaged, or Sheila's daughter got engaged.
Oldest or youngest?
Eldest.
Oh.
So they were over. They live in Europe. They live in the Netherlands. So they were over they've been here since Christmas. So they came over for like 3 weeks, basically. And they got engaged.
On holiday or whatever they call it.
They were on, they were probably on one of their like 40 mandatory vacation days that they have in Europe.
I'm so jealous.
I'm like, can we defect? Like, do we need to like pump a raft up to sail over there? How does that work? But it was a great time, and it was rainy on Saturday. On Sunday, I think I actually got like sunburnt because we were just sitting out on the couches. Kids were like running in and out of the vineyard. We were just 7 people, just all like, we had bottled wine. It was a great experience, but it was very nice, very warm for January.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. It's like, be like, it could be 50 degrees. It could be 65 degrees. It could be 70 degrees. It could be 40 and raining. Who fucking knows?
But it is California, and we call it the snow when we go up there. So it's I'm happy to do that. So I'm opting for the Waterloo Peach sparkling water today. But I see you have a Dippa.
A big weekend.
Oh, what's this brewery? Coronado.
Coronado, yes, Coronado.
I've been there before.
Oh, have you?
It's in San Diego.
I enjoy it. It's an IPA.
Is it a double though?
It is a double, so I'm only gonna have one.
It's probably good. I also am here. I put it off all last weekend, and I opened the garage today, and I'm like, oh, and all the Christmas stuff. It's all bought. It's out of the house, but it's in the garage. I have to move it up to the rafters.
So, like last time, maybe not last time, but when we talked before, it was 2 days after Christmas, and
the transition was done already.
Well, I wasn't planning on it, but
your hand was forced.
Robin was like, "Let's." I want to do the I want to at least purge the inside. But the way I kind of situate up in the attic is the outside stuff, because the way it kind of fits because of the pitch of the roof and stuff like that. I got to put the outside stuff, in the back. So I was like, well,
does she know this? Like maybe she was kind of trying to like make it all happen, and then she just presented it as
because she's famous for I'll just pile it in the fucking garage. But I didn't want to dance.
Just take it all. Oh my God.
So I was like, well, I guess I'll be out here. It was raining on me too. I was on the ladder, pulling it down, yelling and screaming.
It was cold. I did it after work with the ladder. I do like my little giant ladder that I got from Costco. But
those little ladders are the best.
It's telescopes up and down fairly easily. Okay. Although when I was unhooking it like slid down, and I was like, "Oh my God, I got to remember because if you're holding one of the rungs and you would just be losing your fingers."
Oh yeah.
Or you would just be yelping because that shit would fucking hurt.
Yelping.
No, thank you.
No,
thank you. But so I got to put all this up. But the tree, I don't know what to do with the tree. It's just
I put it in a box and just
like the actual tree box, or did you buy a separate
tree box? I saved it.
Okay. Ours, we do that too, but ours has now I think 8 years on it, so there's no handles. It's like bulging. It's like just duct taped. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah, mine is duct taped.
Yeah.
Together. Mine's only like 3 years old.
Like the first year, you're like, oh yeah, this is going great. But they just put it together. It's so I'm like, you think these two plastic fucking handles being held together by cardboard are going to hold up a tree plus the other shit I'm trying to stuff in here? Because it's not just a tree.
I sling it down, and I've been known to just send it down the ladder of the attic. Just
you don't deruffle the leaves and like fold it up all nice and neat.
No, jam it in there.
It in there. There's
every
inevitably
year I'm always like, okay, I'm not going to. Well, this last year I came to grips with it, but previous I'm like, okay, this year I'm going to fold it nicely because it's a pain in the ass. And then this last year I was like, you know what? I know myself by this point in time. Fuck it. Mm-hmm. It's just going to get jammed in here. Everything else is just going to get jammed in here. I'll figure it out next year.
Yeah. This is a problem for next year. And there's always like, by the time, we have ornaments go in the separate box, but then that box is full. And then when you're taking the tree down, you're like, oh shit, there's like 3 ornaments like way in here I didn't see. But I'm just gonna leave those ones on there because I'm not.
I just jam it, or I just jam it somewhere else.
Just jam it somewhere else. So, yeah. Well, I gotta get that out of the way. But I was more than happy to have an extra day off today. It was good.
Oh yeah, good. It was nice. I slept in. So now Robin went with Melanie because her birthday. Melanie's birthday's on the 17th. So 2 days from the time of recording.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
So they went to Lodi for a spa day.
Lodi?
Apparently there's some kick-ass spa in Lodi. That's what I was like, Lodi. But
doesn't
Lodi's
scream.
trying to clean himself up.
Okay.
Because they have like
actually, I think Lodi does have... They are coming up in the wine business, I do know.
Yeah. So they have like a whole like spa. Like
they're reinventing themselves. Okay. Yeah. So
they were going to that. And it was just me and the boys. So...
Ooh.
So I just said, "It's free game, boys."
Guess what? Do what you want.
Yeah. No judgment pass, so we'll just wing it.
Yeah.
You want something for lunch? Just let me know. We'll just wing it.
Fucking DoorDash that shit. We'll DoorDash it right
the
over.
boys are easy. They just want snacks or something like that. I always have Jeffrey's a big fan of the seaweed. The baked seaweed with salt on it.
Like the little packets you get?
Yeah.
Or like the
Costco?
sheet, like he's going to like open up a sushi restaurant.
The little packets you get from Costco.
Oh, yeah, those are good.
So he's like, well, he had like a stack of 3 packs. It's like, can I have this? I was like, go for it.
Yeah, but that's like 60 calories for.
Like, go for it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Like 10 minutes later, I'm starving. Like, yeah, you basically ate like a little bit of lettuce.
Yeah, he was having some goldfish and seaweed snack. I said, you go ahead.
Wow.
Let me know.
It's quite the combo.
I'll have the game on if you want to let me know. I'm right here if you want.
You know where to find me.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife went out. She had an appointment today. So I was there, but I went in after she had already left the house, and I go into the kids who, they're looking at me. I'm not sure they're like totally paying. I'm like, okay, mom's gone. If you need anything, let me know. It's not 5 minutes later. Mama? Mom?
Yeah.
Mom? I'm like, I'm just going to let this go to see.
Yeah.
See how long. I swear it's 12 times. And then I'm like yelling from the other. I'm like, hey, Charlie, why aren't you helping your brother? She goes, he's not talking to me. So everyone's like yelling, yelling at each room. I'm like, yeah, but he's yelling for help. She's probably wondering, why aren't you helping him? But anyway, so that was that. But yeah, then here we are.
I mean, we did get in the, so we have a spa. So
is it fired up, ready to go?
Oh yeah, it's nice. It's 105. It's piping hot.
Wow.
So I went in and Jeff was like, Jeffrey, I'm getting in a spa. If you want to join me. He's like, yeah. So, so we have.
And you got the TV. So, you can watch TV from the spa. Do you have that set up, I think?
Yeah, kind of. So there's something else in the works because I opened my fucking mouth. We saw something. I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool idea. Which then means.
Bills won, by the way.
What?
Bills won.
Oh. Yeah, they did. Okay. So we saw someone with like a fireplace, outdoor fire. We have like a little fire pit.
Yep.
But there was like a built-in where you could attach the TV. I was like, oh, that's a cool idea. You know what?
Like built it in
I should
with?
never give anybody props because now there's a design that was sent to me.
Oh, like your wife went on the internet and found some plans.
Oh yeah.
Some building plans.
Moving the outdoor furniture to accommodate.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what?
She was trying to accommodate the extra space it would take for this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She already slid all the furniture out yesterday. I was like, what are you doing? She's like, you said that thing looked cool. I was like, well, yeah, I say a lot of things look cool, but what the fuck? What happened? What happened to me?
I'm trying to visualize this. Okay, so it's a fire pit.
Mm-hmm.
And then where's the TV go?
So she wants to build a frame around the fire pit. So basically the smoke you can funnel the smoke up above the awning.
Okay.
You can have like a wood structure that you would attach the fucking TV to.
It seems like it'd be really hot though, near the TV.
Yeah, but if you give it enough space, I don't know.
Okay.
She found the goddamn plan, so
it must work. You'll have to
guess.
send me the next Instagram thing you get of this thing. So basically, so there's a chimney essentially for the smoke and stuff, but then the TV's like in front of that.
Yes, in front of that.
Okay. So now you can't even say anything looks cool because it's...
No, I'm just going to bite my tongue. I won't say anything. Everything sucks. Terrible idea.
Well, at least you can get a cool TV, though.
That is true.
Maybe you could...
That is true.
Maybe you need something else. The CES Consumer Electronics Show was out, and what was that, transparent TV? That seemed to be all the rage, that thing that I sent you?
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like a cool idea, but I don't know how much I would be using the transparent aspect of it.
Yeah.
All you're going to see is the back of the wall. More times than not,
Yeah, and the back of the walls where all your fucking cables are and where you're trying to hide stuff.
Yeah, so it's like, oh.
And mounts, if it's on the wall.
It'd be cool, I guess, if you had like a TV that was like like in the middle of the wall, so it's kind of like you can see the other room or something, but I don't have a mansion or anything like that. So
yeah.
That's not really happening over here at Cern's house.
I have, there seems to be this trend, there's the picture frame TV, which seems pretty cool. I will admit, like that's a Samsung thing, is it not?
Yeah.
That seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
I see but there's this whole movement towards now of like, it is a TV, but we're going to try to like have it blend in with the rest of your house. Like people are just tired of seeing a giant black screen on the wall when the TV's not on. Like, I don't know, the TV's on kind of like a lot.
It's almost like, remember when they had like the TVs on the fridges? Like,
oh yeah.
I saw it. That's a cool idea, but I don't know if I'm going to pull up a chair and watch TV on the fucking fridge.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because you probably have your Google Home or your Amazon Alexa thing that's like, if you want to like have the news be going, it could probably show you that thing. But
yeah, exactly.
So I'm with you on the. I think I would just want a thinner TV and like a more a better 4K or 8K, where the fuck it is now. What is it? 8K?
I think it's 8K now. Yeah.
Okay.
We had a pod about this before. It was like 8K, whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, that's right. We
you sent me the
to
specs
figure it
after
out.
the show. What it actually meant.
Well, because we were, when we were in our 20s, there was like the tube TV, and then to go from this huge TV that was super heavy and wide to basically a TV that was, maybe like 6 inches thick is a pretty drastic change in technology.
Oh, yeah, like we said before, it was a huge TV with a privacy screen, basically. You had to look straight on, otherwise you were going to see nothing.
But now, from that point to here, it's been 20 years, and we've only gone marginally thinner, and like better quality photo. Like there hasn't been a huge, step forward again in the tech, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not like, it's like a paper or nothing.
Yeah,
like
it's
that,
not.
no.
Yeah, like you just pull it down from the ceiling, and it's like the most seamless thing ever. Those.
Yeah, exactly. Those,
but
even the projectors, they're not like TV. Like some of those TV's pictures are sweet, but it's like,
yeah. And that is, but then also too, if you have the projector, unless you have like a screen that you're dropping down, you have to have a totally naked wall.
Mm-hmm.
And then that kind of looks weird.
Yeah, it's
like, why does your wall have nothing on it? It's like, oh well, we like instead of having a TV on it, we just have this empty ass wall.
Yeah, this blank white wall. So
yeah,
you project the screen on there.
So but yeah, I need maybe something a little thinner.
Are you?
I'm not in the market, but I'm putting myself in the market right now. It sounds
I was thinking about this. Are you getting any Super Bowl squares?
No, but I'm. You can put me in for $20 or something.
Okay, so ours are.
I don't need to go beyond the squares though. I don't need any more action than that.
I only do the squares. I don't do like Stat Boy and INTs and stuff like that. I'm not doing that. I love the squares. So my big thing is I love the squares. I love March Madness. Like like your brackets and your. But I'm not betting. I mean, I could definitely bet spreads and stuff like that, but I just don't do it. I can't get into it.
I ain't got time for that. I'm not trying to donate money that way to FanDuel.
No, I don't need to start chain smoking or something like that. Betting on somebody else's fucking team to cover the fucking spread or anything like that. I'm not doing that.
I don't need that additional stressors in my life. That's for sure.
The squares, it's kind of fun. Squares, I just, already got hit up.
Oh.
$25 a square. So, and they're going to do a $10 square, but once we fill it up. So I'll let you know when we fill up the 25s.
When the 10s come through, you could put me down for at least 2. Okay. Maybe up to 4.
Okay.
But
I'll send it to you. Or maybe I'll just make the bet on your behalf.
Proxy it through. That's fine. Yeah. So what is the next upcoming weekend looking like? We have the Niners playing the Packers.
Yep. And then the Lions will play the winner of tonight's game. The Bucks
and the Bills.
The Eagles.
Oh, the Bucks. Okay.
Bucks or the Eagles. So that'll be the NFC. The AFC.
Ravens.
The Ravens will play
Texans.
The Texans are the 4 seed, and the Bills are the 2 seed. And so they'll play the Texans. You're right.
Okay.
And then the Bills will play the Chiefs.
That's going to be a good game, I think.
In Buffalo.
Ooh. Okay. I'm looking forward to that one. I would love for the Niners to just get bounced, but can Green Bay do it, Cern? Can they? I mean, that would be...
I didn't give them a prayer against the Cowboys, and they totally destroyed them.
They did.
So this is what I'm hoping. This is just a pipe dream. This is Cern's pipe dream. So for the past how many years, the Packers have been the number 1 seed or whatever it is, and the fucking Niners beat them with the Aaron Rodgers. New sheriff in town?
Oh,
not the 1 seed. The script's reversed.
I like this. I like this angle.
I will be celebrating like the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Oh my God. I know they won't say it, but I have a feeling Joe and Dana are high. They're riding high into the playoffs
because they think they got the lowest seed.
Too confident is what I'm thinking.
Joe admitted that he's glad the Rams are out because that was.
He didn't want to catch them in the next round because they could.
A division rival, division rival could clip you at any time. It doesn't matter because if you're
catch a stray for sure on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Well, it seems like the Chiefs-Bills game will be good. Ravens probably will have. They might make easy work of the Texans, but we'll see.
They might. Now the Texans have their rookie CJ Stroud is diamond it out, man. He is.
Oh.
He is having a season.
I like this quarterback on the Ravens too. Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson. He seems to be pretty solid.
He is pretty solid.
He's a lefty?
What?
Is he left-handed?
No, he's righty.
Oh, I thought maybe I saw some play where he was
going
goofy
like against the Dolphins where he lined up and
okay.
fucking wing it lefty and then switched it to righty and bombed it on their ass.
That's why it stood out to me. All right.
So, yeah, we'll see. But I do love my Super Bowl squares. That is
okay.
It's one of my favorites.
Squares are fun, and I think it has wide appeal because it's not. Anybody could just get in. If you don't watch one fucking snap the whole season, it doesn't matter.
It's all luck.
It's just luck.
You just pick a square. Yeah. You have no idea what your numbers are, and you have no idea how it's going to go. I mean, I lost the halftime. I lost the halftime numbers when the Rams played because I had the numbers, but the Rams missed the goddamn PAT that would have got me the fucking numbers.
But they won the Super Bowl, so overall it was a good
thing. It didn't matter. It didn't matter.
Okay. But if you would have had, sometimes they pay out a little bit higher on the halftime. I kind of like that. Yeah,
so like the $25 a square, it's like, I want to say it's like, whatever it is. It's like $200 if you win the first quarter. It's like $500 if you had halftime, $200 and then $1,000 for final.
I like that. If you get the halftime score, you get a little extra. You get an extra taste.
Yeah, you get a little extra, little walking around money in your pocket.
Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, I like it. I like that. Yeah, but it's good, and it gives you some reason to like hope for like some safety or some like crazy ass play if you have a weird number on there. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've had some numbers for like if you have a 5 in the first quarter, just you're fucked. You ain't getting it. That's gonna be tough to get. The $25 a square. So you have numbers each quarter. So it's like they change them up. That's a lot. I mean, it's a lot, but it's kind of nice because it's like if you get shit numbers, you're not stuck with. You're not locked on it. Okay. Yeah. But inevitably, there would be your previous quarter's numbers. You would have hit at half, but then I've had that too. Oh, your TV's blinking at you. It wants you to input something. What is is it asking you who's watching it? Probably. That would be my guess. It is. It's not blinking anymore. We're good. There we go. Okay, well, I mean, we go into football season here. The MLB hot stove it's turned off. Fucking lukewarm at best, that thing. Giants get Jordan Hicks. But they want him to be some sort of starter? Yeah, I saw the reasoning why. It's because I guess Scott Boras had said Blake Snell we want 9 years, $270 million. They're like, that's not happening. He's so 30. He's else. Like in his early 30s, right? Yeah, exactly. He's like 32 or something. It's like, yeah. That's why they said that's why the Yankees went to Stroman too, because they were both of them were in on Snell, but then when they said 9 years, 270, they're like, well, we're going to pivot. I don't think. I mean, say what you will about Scott Boras, he gets his players fucking paid. So is he doing his job very effectively? But sometimes you can always reel it back a little bit, I guess. Yeah, sometimes his tactics and his approach are just like damn, dude. But he shoots a shot every time, and his people get paid. Yeah, his people get paid. If he was my age, and then he gets paid. Yeah, and then he's getting paid. Yeah, he gets paid. He's getting paid. It's not like he's doing it, out of the kindness of his heart. He's getting a little bit of taste of that too. So he's getting a large taste of that. Definitely a large taste. He has a whole. It's not like it's a solo entrepreneurship venture for himself. It's like it's it's a business. He probably has 30, 40 people employed with him, I would imagine. Oh yeah, the list that's out right now, it's all Scott Boras guys. Bellinger, Chapman, Snell. I mean, there was a ton of them. I was like, God damn, he has half the fucking MLB under his wing. He commands. He's got Which is kind of like, it has to play into his favor, right? Like he can just hold all these key players until late, and then he just
fucking all-star team until
yeah. So we have NFL playoffs heating up, and we'll be hot stove. We'll see what happens. And then, like you said, you got some college NCAA men's and women's basketball.
After the Super Bowl for Cern, it gets real dark. Because after the Super Bowl, I mean, I don't like hockey.
You're not going to watch some Stanley Cup or anything?
No, I'm not going to watch hockey. I will sporadically watch the NBA. I don't really love the NBA.
Yeah.
I'll just hold off until March Madness, which rolls right into baseball. And then we're back. And then Cern's back.
and that's a good. I agree. That's a good time for sure. But go Pack, go Packers,
go Pack, go
Pack, go. What if we just show up to some party that Joe and Dana are at with some cheese heads on?
They would kick us out.
The triangle, the cheese wedge,
the
triangle. They
would kick us out.
They would, but it would be at least for a laugh. Be for a good. There would at least be a laugh.
They would kick us out, and we wouldn't be friends for the next 24 hours, and then we'd be back.
Yeah, that would be good though. It would be good, but Bills wrapped it up. Didn't seem to be too troubling for them this week during our first Chip and Cern simulcast.
There we go.
Not a live simulcast. It was live at recording, but when you hear this, it will be painfully stale. Painfully stale. But it was on at time. We the intention was there.
There you go.
Intention was there, but we'll be back next week, and we'll give you. Hopefully, this isn't how you're getting your NFL playoff news is from our podcast, but if it's how you're staying connected.
So be it.
We will bring you an update.
Glad to inform.
We will. Hey, it's informing me as well, so I like doing it. So it's helpful for me as well. But until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.